Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is M. Rambabu, Assistant Professor of English, JVR Gout College, Sattupalli, Khammam District. Today's topic is synthesis of sentences. This topic is meant for second year students of semester 4. Synthesis of sentences is somewhat a typical topic. Moreover, it is very important part of English grammar. Syntactically, there are three types of sentences. Syntactically, there are three types of sentences. The first one is simple sentence. And the second kind of sentence is compound sentence. And the third one is complex sentence. These three are the different kinds of sentences syntactically we have in English language. Basically, sentences are made up of clauses. Clauses are of two kinds: independent or main clause, or dependent or subordinate clause. Basically, sentences are made up of clauses. Clause is nothing but there are two kinds of clauses: independent or main clause and dependent or subordinate clause. Clause is a group of words containing a subject and a predicate. What is clause? It's a group of words containing a subject and a predicate. Predicate means part of the sentence that contains verb. For example, Ramu played cricket. Here, Ramu is the subject, whereas played cricket is predicate. Here, the sentence Ramu played cricket contains the subject and predicate. So it's a sentence. And now let's discuss the types of clauses in detail. There are two kinds of clauses, basically. The first one is independent or main clause, which expresses a complete thought and can stand on their own as a complete sentence. Independent clause expresses a complete thought and it stands on its own as a complete sentence. It gives its own meaning. Such kind of clause is called independent or main clause. Whereas dependent or subordinate clause is a part of sentence that supports the main clause, but it can't stand independently. It can't express its own meaning. That's a variation between independent and dependent clauses. Independent clause has a complete meaning on its own and it expresses a complete thought. But dependent clause merely depends on the main clause. It supports the main clause and cannot stand independently. Let's look at the example here. If you call me, I will be happy. Look at this sentence. If you call me, I will be happy. There are two clauses here in this sentence. If you call me is one clause and the other is I will be happy. I will be happy. If you look at the sentence here, I will be happy. The clause I will be happy expresses its own meaning. It expresses its own meaning. It doesn't depend on others for completion of its meaning. So, I will be happy is the main clause here. If you call me, what happens here? So, It can't express its own meaning, so it is called the dependent clause. In this sentence, if you call me, I will be happy. I will be happy is the main clause, whereas if you call me is the dependent clause. Let's look at another example here. If you work hard, you will pass. If you work hard, it's a dependent clause because it doesn't express the meaning on its own. But you will pass has its own meaning. It can express its own meaning. So you will pass is the main clause or independent clause here. And if you work hard is the dependent or subordinate clause. Dependent or subordinate clause. This is about clauses. Basically, there are two kinds of clauses. The first one is a main clause, and the second one is a subordinate clause. Main clause is also called independent clause, and the subordinate clause is also known as dependent clause. Here, sentence is made up of clauses, either main clauses or dependent clauses. Now, let's come to the simple sentence. As we have already discussed that there are three kinds of sentences syntactically. The first kind of sentence is a simple sentence. The sentence that has only one clause, naturally main clause, and expressing a single thought is a simple sentence. What is called a simple sentence? The sentence that has only one clause, basically main clause, and expressing a single thought is a simple sentence. Simple sentence has only one clause. For example, here, she is a singer. She is a singer. Here, the sentence expresses a single thought. It has its own meaning. She is a subject here, and is a singer. It's the predicate. Is a verb, and a singer is a subject complement. So, is a singer is the predicate here. I love books. I is the subject. Love books is the predicate here. They invited me to the dinner. They is a subject, and invited me to the dinner is a predicate here. Here, all these sentences contain subject and a predicate, and they express their own meanings here, and they are expressed in a single thought individually. So, all these sentences are main clauses, and they are known as simple sentences. They stand examples for the simple sentences. The simple sentence is a sentence that has only one clause, basically a main clause, and expressing a single thought. That is called simple sentence. And now let's come to the second kind of sentence. What is called the second kind of sentence is a compound sentence. What is called a compound sentence here? Compounding means joining or adding, compounding. Here, the phrase itself shows that there is some addition, complementing here, joining two different things. A sentence which is formed by joining two or more independent clauses, two or more main clauses, by coordinating conjunctions such as and, are, but, as well as, not only but also, therefore, otherwise, either or, neither nor, however, so is called a compound sentence. A sentence which is formed by joining two or more main clauses, two or more independent clauses, is called a compound sentence. And here the coordinating conjunctions are used to join the independent clauses in this compound sentence. What are the coordinating conjunctions we use here? And, are, but, as well as, not only but also, therefore, otherwise, either or, neither nor, however, so. These are all called coordinating conjunctions. Here, coordinating conjunctions are used to join two main clauses in this compound sentence. For example, she is a teacher as well as a singer. It means she is a teacher and she is a singer. Here, as well as is the coordinating conjunction here. She is a teacher. It expresses its own meaning, and she is a singer also has its own meaning. Here, these two main clauses are joined with the compound, with the coordinating conjunction as well as. So, this is the compound sentence here. And now let's come to the complex sentence. Complex sentence is a sentence which is formed by joining a main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Here, the compound sentence contains one main clause and one or more subordinating clauses. Subordinate clauses. Subordinate clauses means here dependent clauses. A complex sentence has one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses. That is called complex sentence. Here, these clauses, main clause and subordinate clauses, are joined with the subordinating conjunctions such as, since, though, although, if, whenever, who, whose, whom, whoever, when, etc. Here, these are all called subordinating conjunctions. What are subordinating conjunctions? Generally, we use in complex sentences as, since, though, although, if, whenever, who, whose, whom, whoever, when, etc. This is about a complex sentence. What is called a complex sentence? A sentence which is formed by joining a main clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called a complex sentence. Here we find subordinating conjunctions in complex sentences such as, since, though, although, if, whenever, who, whose, whom, whoever, when, etc. This is about the kind of sentences. Syntactically, there are three kinds of sentences. The first one is a simple sentence. It has only one main clause. And the second kind of sentence is a compound sentence. Two or more main clauses are joined here with the coordinating conjunctions. And the third kind of sentence is complex sentence. It has one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Here, the clauses are joined with the subordinating conjunctions like as, since, though, although, if, whenever, whoever, who, whose, whom, whoever, whenever, etc. Now let's look at the table here. How to change simple sentences into compound sentence. We can change simple sentences into compound sentences. Let's look at the first sentence here. Blind people need our help. Blind people need our help. It has only one main clause. Subject, it has subject and predicate. So it has one subject and predicate. So it is called a simple sentence. But whenever we convert it into compound sentence, they are blind, so they need our help. They are blind is one main clause. They need our help is another main clause. These two main clauses are joined here with the coordinating conjunction. So it has become the compound sentence here. They are blind, so they need our help. In spite of heavy rain, they continued the walk. This sentence has only one main clause, and it expresses a single thought. So it's a simple sentence. But whenever you convert it into compound sentence, there was a heavy rain. There was heavy rain. They continued the walk. There was heavy rain is one main clause. They continued the walk is another main clause. These two are joined with the conjunction at, the coordinating conjunction at here. Here, this compound sentence expresses two different meanings. There was a heavy rain. There was heavy rain. They continued the walk. Different main clauses are there. They are joined here with the conjunction at. And let's look at another example here. Staying indoors keeps us safe from COVID-19. Staying indoors keeps us safe from the COVID-19. It has only one main clause. But whenever it is converted into compound sentence, we should stay indoors. We should stay indoors so that we should be safe from the COVID-19. We should stay indoors is one main clause. We should be safe from the COVID-19 is another main clause. There are two independent clauses here in this sentence, and they are joined with the so that. Now it has become a compound sentence. On seeing the police, the thief ran away. On seeing the police, the thief ran away. Here, it has only one main clause. But whenever we come to the compound sentence, the thief saw the police, so he ran away. The thief saw the police, so he ran away. The thief saw the police is one main clause. He ran away is another main clause. They are joined with the coordinating conjunction. So, he admitted to his guilt openly. He admitted to his guilt openly. It's a simple sentence here. But he was guilty and he admitted it openly. He was guilty, one main clause, and he admitted it openly. He admitted it openly is another main clause. Here, and is the coordinating conjunction. And Dr. Abdul Kalam was a great teacher and a statesman. Dr. Abdul Kalam was a great teacher and a statesman. Dr. Abdul Kalam was not only a great teacher but also a statesman. Dr. Abdul Kalam was a great teacher and a statesman is the simple sentence here. But Dr. Abdul Kalam was not only a great teacher but also a statesman. Not only but also is a coordinating conjunction here. So it's a compound sentence. She is too weak to walk. She is too weak to walk is a simple sentence, whereas she is very weak, so she can't walk. She is very weak, so she can't walk is a compound sentence. In this way, we can convert the simple sentences into compound sentences using the coordinating conjunctions like so, but, at, and, not only but also, either or, neither nor, and so on. Now let's transform the simple sentences into complex sentences. From simple to complex. You should work hard to get the first rank. It's a simple sentence. You should work hard to get the first rank. But whenever you convert it into complex sentence, if you work hard, you will get the first rank. If you work hard, you will get the first rank. Here, you will get the first rank is the main clause, and if you work hard is the dependent clause. Yeah, these two clauses are joined with if, the subordinating conjunction if. Now it is converted into complex sentence. If you work hard, you will get the first rank. Let's look at another example here. Despite hard work, he failed. Despite hard work, he failed. Here, this sentence is in simple sentence form. Now let's convert it into complex sentence form. Though he worked hard, he failed. Though he worked hard, he failed. He failed is the main clause here, and though he worked hard is a dependent clause. So it contains one main clause and one dependent clause. So it's called a complex sentence. Owing to illness, he was absent to the class. Owing to illness, he was absent to the class is the simple sentence. Since he was ill, he was absent to the class. He was absent to the class is the main clause, and another one is the dependent clause. It has one main clause and one dependent clause. So it's a complex sentence. Being late to the theater, they missed some part of the movie. Being late to the theater, they missed some part of the movie. Simple sentence. As they were late to the theater, they missed some part of the movie. As is a subordinating conjunction here. Here, it contains one main clause and one subordinate clause. These two clauses are joined by the subordinating conjunction as. Guilty people shouldn't criticize others. Guilty people shouldn't criticize others. Guilty people shouldn't criticize others is a simple sentence. Whereas people who are guilty shouldn't criticize others. People who are guilty shouldn't criticize others is the sentence in complex sentence form. In this way, we can convert simple sentences into complex sentences. Naturally, complex sentences contains one main clause and one or more dependent clauses that are joined by subordinating conjunctions, like if, though, since, who, whoever, like that. These are all called subordinating conjunctions. They are used to connect one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. And now let's look at the table here. Another table. Here it shows that some sentences have been converted, some compound sentences have been converted into complex sentences. He was lazy, yet luck favored him. He was lazy, yet luck favored him. He was lazy is one main clause, luck favored him is another main clause. These two are connected with, joined with the coordinating conjunction at. But the same sentence can be expressed in complex sentence form. How can we express it? Though he was lazy, luck favored him. Though he was lazy, luck favored him. Luck favored him is a main clause, and another one is a dependent clause. Though is the subordinating conjunction. Run fast, otherwise you can't catch the bus. Run fast, otherwise you can't catch the bus. This is in compound sentence form. Otherwise is the coordinating conjunction here. Run fast, one main clause. You can't catch the bus is another main clause. These two main clauses are joined here with the coordinating conjunction otherwise. But the same can be expressed in complex sentence structure. Unless you run fast, you can't catch the bus. Unless you run fast, you can't catch the bus. You can't catch the bus is the main clause, and the remaining one is the dependent clause. Unless is the subordinating conjunction here. And in the same way, he drove fast, so he met with the accident. He drove fast, so he met with the accident. As he drove fast, he met with the accident. He met with the accident is the main clause, and the other one is the subordinate clause. As is the subordinating conjunction. My friend is a techie and he is in the USA. My friend is a techie and he is in the USA. Compound sentence. And is the coordinating conjunction here. It contains two main clauses. My friend is a techie is a main clause. He is in the USA is another main clause. And we can express the same in complex sentence form. My friend who is a techie is in the USA. My friend who is a techie is in the USA. Here, who is the subordinating conjunction. It joins one main clause and another subordinate clause in the sentence. I was feeling sick, so I couldn't wake up early in the morning. I was feeling sick, so I couldn't wake up early in the morning. I was feeling sick is one main clause. I couldn't wake up early in the morning is another main clause. These two are connected with the coordinating conjunction. So, but whereas when we come to the complex sentence, Since I was feeling sick, I couldn't wake up early in the morning. It has only one main clause. I couldn't wake up early in the morning is the main clause, and another one is the another one is a dependent clause. Since is the subordinating conjunction here. In this way, we can convert compound sentences into complex sentences. We can convert simple sentences to compound, and compound to complex, and simple to complex. In this way, here sentences can be converted transformed from one form to another form. Now let's look at the task here. You have to identify the kind of sentences here. In spite of heavy rain, we all attended the college. In spite of heavy rain, we all attended the college. Here, it has only one thought. It contains only one main clause. So we can say that the sentence is simple. It is a simple sentence. They are neither Americans nor the British. Neither nor. Coordinating conjunction is used here. They are neither Americans nor the British. It means they are not the Americans, they are not the British. Two main clauses are there, and they are joined with neither nor. So it's a compound sentence. My friend who works in the USA has just arrived. My friend who works in the USA has just arrived. Who? Subordinating conjunction is used here. My friend has just arrived is the main clause, and another one is the dependent clause. So it's a complex sentence. If you call me, I will give you the full details of the exams. If you call me, I will give you the full details of the exams. If subordinating conjunction is used here. Complex sentence. Having completed his work, he went to bed. As it conveys single thought, it is a simple sentence. I am late to college because I missed the bus. I am late to college because I missed the bus. Because coordinating conjunction is used here. I am late to college and I missed the bus. These two are main clauses in the sentence. And another one. Owing to illness, he couldn't attend the exams. Owing to illness, he couldn't attend the exams. Now let's convert the sentence into compound form, compound sentence form. He couldn't attend the exams because he was ill. Because he was ill. On seeing the police, the thief ran away. On seeing the police, the thief ran away. The given is simple sentence. And when you come to convert it into compound sentence, the thief saw the police, then he ran away. The thief saw the police, then he ran away. The rich should help the poor. The rich should help the poor. They are rich, so they should help the poor. In this way, we can transform the given sentences into either simple, compound, or complex forms. And one more table is here. And he worked hard and he failed the examinations. Though he worked hard, he failed the examinations. And my cousin is a techie and he works in the USA. My cousin who is a techie works in the USA. These sentences are converted into complex sentence form. Now look at the sentences here. We should be empathetic to the differently abled, simple sentence form. The same can be expressed in compound and complex. They are differently abled, so we should be empathetic to them. They are differently abled, so we should be empathetic to them. And we should be empathetic to the people who are differently abled. This is in complex sentence form. In this way, we can transform the sentences from one form to another form. This is all about transformation of sentences or synthesis of sentences. And we have so far discussed there are three kinds of sentences basically. The first one is simple, second one is compound, and the third one is complex. And thank you very much for being patient and watching my video. And let's meet another time with another video in course of time. Thank you. Thank you all.